good evening, America. I'm Dale. I'm sitting here with the author, Cliff. And let me tell you something, America. Before we get started on today's topic, of course, hit the subscribe button and pick up that book, Plant-Based. And I hope everybody's having a good Friday. I'm stoked. I'm ready to go. Cliff's stoked. He's ready to go. So with today's topic, Cliff, let's jump right in.
Is Elon Musk a racist? That's today's topic. Just to give you some background, Elon Musk has done a lot of really positive things for humanity, really. His company, Tesla, has accelerated the adoption of electric cars by probably 20 years faster than they would have been adopted otherwise. That's going to save millions of lives because people are not going to be breathing car exhaust because electric cars have no exhaust. They're cleaner, they're better, and this is a great thing. But a pattern seems to be developing of this man saying racist things. One of the things that he did recently was this Nazi power salute at one of the Trump rallies. And they played it off. They said, oh, he didn't really know what he was doing and he didn't mean it that way and all this kind of stuff. I think he did issue a statement. And to tell you the truth, the statement didn't sound overly convincing. At any rate, this stuff keeps accumulating. It's not one or two things. This is to the point where there's 10 or 20 different tweets on different subjects. This guy named Ben Shapiro tweets that Donald Trump needs to pardon Derek Chauvin, the guy that murdered George Floyd, because that wasn't a murder. Okay, so Elon Musk reads that tweet and then answers back that the idea of pardoning Derek Chauvin is something to think about. That tipped the scale for me. If anybody's seen the George Floyd murder on tape, there's no doubt about it that any feeling human being would look at that tape of George Floyd being murdered and you don't think it's a murder, something wrong with your brain.
America, if you've seen that video, which I know you have, he sit there with his foot or knee on this man's neck for 8 minutes. And you're going to tell me that's acceptable. 10 minutes later, this man is dead. And you talking about pardoning him? Come on.
You can see the life draining out of the guy right there on the tape while you're watching it. And if you haven't seen this, you need to watch it. Pull it up. It's on the social media. You can find it. It's heartbreaking.
It's really sick.
It's depraved and basically saying that his pardon needs to be looked into. That's endorsing this is what it's doing. This is straight up a murder, and anybody that would think that the guy needs to be pardoned, either you're deranged or you're a straight up racist and you got hatred in your heart or something.
If that was a black guy that was Derek Chauvin, would you offer to pardon him?
It hurts my heart to see this state of derangement to the point where he would text something like this. That's my message to you, Elon Musk. You got some scrambled brain cells up there, buddy.
In fact, he's the one with the Cybertruck. Didn't he do that one? Okay, the Cybertruck.
Yeah.
All these electrical vehicles. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think he even got a couple of 18-wheelers.
That's right.
Electric.
Yep. And he's doing things with computers and he's doing things with AI and he's done SpaceX and Starlink and all this wonderful stuff. That just shows you that somebody can do really good things in one area and be completely deranged in another. If you have some sense of yourself, some kind of self-awareness, then you'd think you'd be aware that you're deranged. But apparently this guy doesn't have any self-awareness. And so he doesn't understand that he's deranged, which means that with this much power, if he's going to do wonderful things, let him do it. But it means that everybody needs to keep an eye on him as far as what he's involved in and what he's using his money for. So he could do good things, but there's a possibility he could do some nasty stuff. So he needs to be watched.
Here's the deal with him is he's a very intelligent man, but that's only when it comes to electronic stuff. When it comes to actual human race stuff, he's not there. Not yet.
No, he's really deficient as far as anything having to do with human interaction.
I don't know if you noticed or not that he has these meetings in the Oval Office, but he's got his son sitting on top of his shoulders. And so I'm saying to myself, who has a kid 5 or 6 or whatever age he is in places like that when it's just nothing but grown people saying whatever they say? He's hearing all of it. In fact, Trump made a statement and his son says, shut up, you don't say something. And I'm like, really?
A lot of people do crazy stuff with their kids, though. Everybody has different opinions on how to raise kids and where kids should be and all that stuff. So I don't know the story behind that. I really don't know what to make of that. But the racist stuff that he says, there's a pattern with this stuff. There's a clear pattern, and this really pushed it over the line. It's a sad day with this. All I can say is, dude, go check yourself.
Before he wreck himself.
Before you wreck yourself. Yeah.
But we gonna come to an end on this. Any closing words?
If the dude is doing good things by cutting costs, I'm saying if, with this whole Doge thing, let him go. Let him cut costs. If he's doing this with a bias, then that needs to be looked at. So the whole thing needs to be transparent, completely transparent. Do it factual based like we do here. On the racist thing, the facts are adding up the wrong way.
America, we're coming to an end for the night. I hope everybody's having a good evening. Once again, hit that subscribe button, pick up the book Plant Based, and we'll join you next week. Thank you.
Thank you. I had one thought. He's doing Neuralink, which is a brain-computer interface. So maybe he could use that, hook himself up with a Neuralink to the computer, get the computer to scan his brain, and then figure out what the hell is wrong with the dude. And if that don't work, they could run shock therapy. That might help. Good night.
Good night, America. That's a good